So, welcome everyone.
Hello.
So, let's begin by just noticing if there's any tension in the body. And consciously allow the body to relax. So this is from Question Your Thinking, Change the World. I love that title. Question Your Thinking, Change the World. Really? Do we have that kind of power? It's worth exploring. So from page 177, according to Keytie, depression, pain, and fear are gifts that say, sweetheart, take a look at your thinking in this moment. You're living in a story that is not true for you. Living a lie is always stressful. And investigating a lie through the work always leads you back to who you are. Who you are is not an option. You are love. It hurts to believe you're other than who you are, to live any story less than love. So let's see if we can experience what Keytie's pointing to with her words. So notice that you are aware effortlessly aware. Aware of thoughts, images, consciously aware of feelings and sensations in the body, consciously aware of perceptions of the world through sight, sound, taste, and touch. And notice how this presence of awareness that you are effortlessly welcomes all the perceptions, effortlessly welcomes everything that's appearing to it, in it. And this welcoming is so effortless that we usually don't notice. It's so instantaneous. and without effort, we usually miss it. So for a few moments, allow yourself to notice how effortlessly welcoming this awareness is of everything and everyone. And for me, this is one of the qualities of love. Love welcomes everything as is, completely free of any agenda to change whatever's appearing. Unconditionally welcomed. Another quality of love that I've noticed is love allows. Love allows everything and everyone to be exactly as is. And notice how this presence of awareness has the same quality, shares this quality. And allow yourself to tune in to this unconditionally allowing presence that you are. Another quality of love is that it has room for everything. You could think of it as generous room or space for everything that's appearing. All the thoughts, all the feelings, the world. And notice how this presence of awareness shares this quality. Tune in to the spaciousness of this awareness. Notice how you, as awareness, have room for everything. That's appearing. And notice how this awareness has room for everything effortlessly. It doesn't have to try to have room for everything. It's natural, as in, it's just its nature. Open to the possibility that what Katie said is actually the reality of what we are. Spacious, allowing, and welcoming. As best you can, tune in to these qualities of awareness. The reality of what you are, truly, in essence. Pure awareness. Notice how the thoughts and the images that appear in your experience, in our experience, are not aware. The feelings and the body sensations are not aware. You are. Prior to any story of what you are aware. Are you a story, an image, a feeling, a memory? Or are you that which is aware of all stories, images, feelings, memories? So as best you can, be without an image of yourself as a body, as a name. And just be. and allow just being to be enough. For now. So welcome again, friends. Amazing beings of light and love, pretending to be humans. Good job. So, any questions or anything you'd like to look at or share together?
I would like to share if it's possible.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm thinking about, well, I'll be very direct. I'm thinking about adopting another dog. And I can feel the love for that dog and for the dog that I have and the love I want to give for the dog. But it is hard for me to feel the love and acceptance to my fears, towards my fears of having another dog. So I'm not feeling, or maybe I am feeling a little bit of guilt about the fears, the financial fears, and I'm 48. I'm living alone. I don't know what will happen when I'll be 60 with another dog. So I'm overwhelmed with fear and love at the same time, but I'm having a hard time to love the fears that I'm fearing and feeling.
Okay. So one of the qualities of love from my perspective is love welcome. So are you aware, like, look at, in your mind, imagine getting the dog, the new puppy or dog, and then right now, do you notice fear coming up?
I notice the fear, yes.
And so notice where in the body, as best you can, just notice where it is in the body.
I think it's in the stomach.
Yeah. Okay, so now as best you can, welcome that sensation with no agenda to change it. Just welcome it, allow it, be generous with it. To just let it in and let it have its life.
I feel like someone is fighting inside my head.
As a sensation, like resistance.
Yeah, I'm feeling the fear, and then all the thoughts are coming up, and it's like, you're not responsible, but you're not following your heart. You are responsible. You want to have a dog. You don't want to have a dog. Like, I'm so confused that I can't even see clear anymore. Something that was supposed to be very clear became very, very foggy.
Yes. So now the part that's clear is you're confused.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now just allow yourself to be confused. Like in reality, there's room. Right now, there's room for you to be as confused as you are about getting another dog. So allow yourself to be confused. And right now, in this moment, you need to know whether to get the dog or not. Is that true right now?
No, I can wait.
Just let that in right now. Don't need to know one way or the other.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm allowing myself to be confused for a while, and then the thoughts are just overwhelming again. But it's a good feeling to bring to my conscious mind that it's okay, and I can still love the confusion. That it's not that, and that it is allowed to be confused and fearful. So it really feels better in that, like it washes my body with better well-being even. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now let's look at, imagine getting the dog and welcome the thoughts, the images, and the feelings that come up as you imagine saying yes and getting the dog, following your heart, saying yes, getting the dog. And notice what the mind is scaring you with.
Yeah.
So what's the story? What are the images that
It's-
the mind is?
It's kind of a fear of the unknown. I don't know. I'm not sure how my other dog will receive the dog, and I don't know. And I do imagine, because it's a puppy, being around the dog all the time and taking care of this dog, like being very tight and not doing other things that I'm used to do, the daily routine.
Yeah. So you've had a puppy before, right?
I had a puppy. No, it was like 30 years ago. But
Okay.
let's say that that a puppy is it's temporary. I mean, after a month, I think that she will be like trained for that she will be trained. But I don't even know what I'm fearful, because there is a list of fearful things, and I
Okay.
think that maybe just allowing myself to be fearful and not feeling the blame that I'm
Mhm.
just not taking the dog and that's it. Taking the time to think about it, and even that it can be okay to say no. This is a muscle I need to, and I want to work on. That it's okay if even if I say no at the end, it's okay. I'm not a bad person in my eyes.
Yeah.
My point of view.
No, I laugh because it makes sense, you
Yeah.
know. But it's a great relief to
Yeah.
notice it's okay. No, that's the turnaround. It's okay. I'm
Yeah.
not a bad person.
Who's judging me also? Is it me who's judging me? Is it the people around me, for better or worse? I think, yeah, it's maybe it can even help me to understand what I really feel, because right now I feel that covering what I'm feeling, that I'm not really touching what is it that I really want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I think love can really unblind in a sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one more time, just welcome and allow all the thoughts and the feelings, the imagined future around getting the dog, not getting the dog. And notice again how, in reality, there's room for all of this that's going on.
What really comes to mind is that I am looking for a yes or no answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I had a yes or no answer maybe twice or three times in my life. So I'm not sure that it's even possible to get a yes or no answer.
Well, you can notice, like right now, today, do you have a yes to getting a puppy today?
Oh, today I'm deep in confusion.
So do you have a yes to getting a puppy today?
I also have a yes.
Really? You have a yes to getting a puppy today?
Yeah, it's that puppy that I can come and pick up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And okay, so you have a yes. So you have your yes.
I have a yes.
Uh-huh. Right now.
Yeah. When I see a video of the puppy, then I have a yes.
Okay.
Yeah. When I look at my bank account, when I look at my daily routine, and when I look at the lack of support of my family, then I'm getting a no. And of
Okay.
my the thing is that I know that I'm going to be so committed, especially at first in the first few weeks, that I need to be a lot at home. And but also if I look at the future, I don't know, sometimes I feel like why do I even think about the future in terms of the puppy? But yeah, it's another thing that comes up.
Well, there's a Katie quote where she says something like, "It's the ego's job to scare us all the way home."
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's like we've given the power to scare us to the mind. In this case, the mind would be the thinking and the imaging.
Yeah.
So what is the mind scaring you with?
Excuse me, what is the mind?
Scaring you with about in
It's
regards
scaring
to
me
the
with
puppy in the future.
well, currently I have a job. I have multiple jobs, but I am not sure what job I will have in the future. I'm thinking of many other directions. So financially, I'm always feeling not very secure. And
Oh,
I'm thinking I'm 48. I don't know what will be when I'm 60, and I'm going to be 60 and taking care of the dog. Will I be able to take care of the dog? It,
yeah, yeah. So it's scaring you with the image of not being able to take care of the job,
yeah,
not having enough money, not having enough time, not being able to take care of the job.
yeah. Because I'm thinking, okay, if I were 30, 35 with the small kids, I know that for the next 15 years, I know more or less where I am in the world. Now it's like all the possibilities I've got. I don't know where the dog would fit in 5 years, in 10 years, but it's a
Okay.
baby. It's the dog for life.
Yeah. So you won't be able to care for the dog.
I don't know.
Can you add? Yeah, let that in. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so there's only one way to answer, is it true in this case? Is it true I won't be able to take care of the dog?
I definitely cannot know that.
Well,
No.
there is a way
No.
to answer. There is a way to answer, is it true?
No.
And that's to get the dog
No.
and see if it's true.
No.
It's like the mind shows you, wow, look at your age, you don't know what it's going to be like, you don't know how your finances are going to be, you don't know if you'll be able to take care of the dog. But basically, it's just saying you're not going to be able to care for the dog. And so you notice, well, you don't know that that's true.
No.
And at some point in the work, we begin to have the opportunity to live the first question: is it true? And for me, it's like a combination of number 6. I don't know if you're familiar with the number 6.
Yes.
Number 6 and is it true working together. So the mind scares you with not being able to care for the dog. And it's like, oh, I'm open, I'm willing. Let's see if that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I should write it down. I think it's good to let it all out on a page, and not just letting the thoughts having this fight in my mind. Yeah. I was thinking about which thought to take to do the work with. I was thinking about several sentences, and I felt it was too hard for me to do a self-judgment worksheet.
Well, one thing I hear is you keep looking at the future around the dog and seeing you don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So you need to know, you need a guarantee. You need a guarantee it'll be okay. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a leading motif in my life. I want someone to tell me, yes,
it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I will go to therapy and someone else will tell me it will be okay. Everything will be okay.
Yeah. What's Edith? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah.
Edith, it's going to be okay.
Thank you. It's a small dog. I can carry her with me wherever I go. So, yeah.
But this thought plagues most of us. I need a guarantee. It's going to be okay out there in the future. I need a guarantee. So we can do this as a group. So you need a guarantee in regards to the future. Is that true?
I feel like shouting, yes, I do. I truly do.
Yeah. So just welcome that feeling that it's true. Really feels true. So is the feeling proof? Absolute proof that it's true? You need a guarantee?
Yes.
Okay. So have you ever believed you were going to be late to a meeting or an appointment and ended up getting there on time?
Yeah.
And while you were believing you were late, did it feel true?
I knew I was going to be late. Yeah.
Yeah. And did it feel true?
Yeah, definitely. I felt that I felt my blood rate was racing, and yeah.
Yeah. So was the feeling proof? Absolute proof?
No.
No. So the feeling is absolute proof that you need a guarantee. Is that true? That it's
No,
absolute proof? No.
apparently not.
No. It's so good to notice because this is like our root. What I
Yeah,
found our root proof that what we're thinking is true. The feeling, you know.
yeah, it's really, yeah, I
And
feel it, I feel different in my stomach now. It's like
yeah,
there is a room for something else. Because if it's not proof, I don't have to hold on to it as a guard
yeah,
for the future.
yes. So you need a guarantee about the future. Is that true?
No,
And just
I
let your
prefer
answer.
to. I prefer to, but I don't need it. No.
Oh, really? So, what's the guarantee you would like to receive? Like, if you were face to face with God, what guarantee would you want?
That I can live with my animals happily ever after. Take care
Hmm.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can broaden that to I want to guarantee that I'll live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's together, definitely.
So, so you could say you've been looking for happily ever after. Yeah.
Yeah.
So open to the possibility that that's what you are. What you're really looking for is yourself.
It's like I'm looking for the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
I'm looking to be as narrow as how to walk on that yellow brick road with like no river, no anything. Just please God, let me just walk this way, and that's it. I don't need anything else. And yeah,
Yeah. So now another way to say happily ever after is unconditional happiness.
yes,
Yeah. And another way of saying unconditional happiness is causeless happiness, happiness for no reason.
yeah. I was just writing this down this morning
Yeah.
that um, gratitude is something that really bring these feelings to life when I'm feeling so confused. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
So your happiness depends on a guarantee. Is that true?
yes. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I see it happens when I feel that when I have proof that it's going to be okay, I'm feeling happy. When I don't have the proof, then I'm overwhelmed with fear, confusion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Uh,
I know consciously, I know that it can't be a definite thing if it keeps changing. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's good to notice, um, life turns in a certain way and, oh, it's all going to work out.
yeah,
And then the nature of life is constant change. It changes again and, oh, it's not going to work out. And we just go back and forth between these two beliefs,
yeah,
all based on our observation of the world and what we think we know for sure. So it's not all going to work out beautifully. Can you absolutely know that?
yeah. Well, if I yeah, if I'm thinking about the past, then yes, of what I
It's not
know until now.
it's not going to work out beautifully.
No, sometimes it's not going to be so beautiful.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it's not all going to work out beautifully.
Yes.
And how do you react? What happens when every time you think it's not going to work out beautifully?
When I look back at things that didn't work out beautifully, I'm okay with it. When I look to the future at things that I fear that will not work out beautifully, I'm fearful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to work out beautifully. But to feel what that does to you in the moment, it's not going to work out beautifully.
It's not that bad.
Okay. So your happiness depends on a guarantee. Can you absolutely know that that's true?
No.
And how do you react? What happens when you believe your happiness depends on a guarantee?
I'm finding all the proof I can find for things that can go wrong in the future. I'm judging myself very harshly, very, I'm kind of making myself looking bad in my own eyes. And things are black and white. There are no grays in the middle. I'm thinking of events and decisions as terminal. Like if I'm not going to do this now, then something that, and then it's really good or really bad, and I can't see that it's okay, and it is okay. Even if I don't take the dog, it's okay. She will find a good home, I'm sure. I'm getting apart from myself. I don't know who I am, what is right. Sometimes I even ask in this past few days, do I really want the dog? I thought I do. Do I? So I'm getting in very, the confusion level is very, very high. Yes.
Yeah, so your peace and happiness depends on a guarantee.
Yeah. I'm thinking of all the bad things that can happen. And then I'm getting back to the question. So maybe I don't want this dog. I thought I want, but maybe I don't, because and then I just don't believe in myself anymore that this is what I wanted. I'm trying to, so confused that,
Yeah. So just feel the story one more time. My peace, my happiness depends on a guarantee. And now, as best you can, allow yourself to be without this concept. Just long enough to notice your presence without it.
it's the Frozen song that is that I hear in my life, like, let it go, let it go. It's really funny, but this is what came out. I don't know why. Yeah. So it's really letting go. I feel something is releasing.
Yeah, and just allow that energy to release. And now just consider the opposite. Your peace, your happiness does not depend on a guarantee. And just contemplate. Could that actually be true? My peace, my happiness does not depend on a guarantee.
It sounds right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it sounds like the right experience, even based on past events. Yeah. I really don't. It's something that I can't prove. I can't prove I can't bring this guarantee. So
Yeah. It's like sometimes we just have an intuitive knowing of the truth that the turnaround points to.
yeah,
My peace, my happiness does not depend on a guarantee.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Especially not when I'm living the moment. Yeah. Like right now, if I'm not so confused then and thinking about the future, then it's just perfect. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not feeling dependent on the guarantee.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So notice how right now in this moment, you don't need a guarantee of any kind in reality.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll send you a picture
I was just thinking about
from the future.
getting an update.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else want to look at anything or comment on what you noticed or?
Thank you all for listening. Writing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll change my name. Wait. Anyway, so there is always like I'm hearing these meditations and I'm doing all this work, and when I'm doing it, everything seems to settle into place and feels perfect. And then I walk out of the room, and then my kids are there, and my husband is there, and the gap is so challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel such resistance to just be out of this little place which feels so safe and peaceful.
Yeah. Well, safe and peaceful, you could call that home. And, once we taste it, it makes sense. Well, I don't ever want to leave,
Yeah.
and that's where the number sixes can be helpful. It's like, I'm willing, I look forward to losing this sense of home, this sense of peace, stillness. I'm willing, I look forward to losing it over and over and over and over again.
It seems that the more work I do, the more triggering it is to lose this sense of home.
Yeah. And so that would be, from my view, what you're experiencing is a greater and greater resistance when you lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so one way you can put that into a concept is, I don't ever want to lose this.
Yeah.
So just feel that position. I don't ever want to lose this peace, this centeredness, this stillness. I don't ever want to lose this.
Yeah, it's like resisting life itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just become a big no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so now the first turnaround is I'm willing to lose it, which another word for willing is open. I'm willing, as in open, to losing my center, losing my peace.
Mm.
And just experience the difference. I don't ever want to lose my peace. And I'm willing, I'm open to losing this peace, this centeredness.
Yeah. It feels kinder and softer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is fear with the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It causes that holding on.
Right. Yeah. Dependency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So look at the family and just experience the family from the turnaround. I'm willing, I'm open to losing my peace and centeredness.
Yeah, it takes dropping all the trying to be the perfect mother and always say the right thing and
Yeah.
yeah.
So see
Tom, we need you a little bit louder. People are asking. Just if you can come nearer to the speaker a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah, it's on my AirPods. So. Is this any better?
Carry on, carry on.
Okay. So I forget where we were.
With family coming in.
Oh yeah. So notice from the two positions. I don't ever want to lose my peace. I don't ever want to lose my centeredness. And imagine meeting the family from, I'm willing, I'm open to losing this peace, losing this centeredness.
Yeah, comes with a lot of not knowing and yeah, giving into something else.
Okay, so now you'd mentioned the pressure that you feel.
Yes.
With the family. So now, either through memory or right now, just notice the pressure when you're around the family.
Okay.
And see if you can tell what is it you're believing about your job as mom or spouse, or that causes pressure.
That I have to make sure that they'll be okay.
Good. Yeah, so it's your job to make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah.
So now see if you can define okay, what you've been imagining okay to be.
Healthy, happy. Yeah, that sums it all. Healthy and content.
Yeah. Okay. So now, do you have the power to make them healthy and happy and content?
No.
No. No, I notice whenever we feel pressure, it's because whatever we're believing gives us a job we don't have the power to do. So as mom, you're responsible for making them happy and healthy and content in life. Is that true?
No.
And let that no in. Let your no in as deeply as you can.
So if it takes away the essence of motherhood as I knew it, it leaves a question mark. It leaves like, so what's now?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the answer here, but in my body's okay, so maybe I'll just go.
Okay, so now just welcome that not knowing. You know, it's like with your answer, is it true? No. It becomes a big not knowing what it is to be mom.
Yeah.
And just allow yourself to not know for now what it is to be mom.
Keep having images of them coming at me and
Yeah, I don't know what my job is.
I'll send them to Tom. He'll take care of you.
I don't know. Just welcome. Kind of being lost, you know,
Yeah.
without that belief. It's, you know, because in a certain sense, every belief gives us a point of reference, you know, and and we use it to steer the ship, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so it's not uncommon to see something's not true, and now we've lost that reference. So now let's look at the reference you lost. So how do you react? What happens when you really believe it's your job to make sure they're peaceful, happy, and healthy?
I'm stressed. I feel caged. I resent them. I'm working really hard all the time. I still don't know how to relate to them. And I'm hanging on every sign that they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And dreading every sign that they're not okay.
Yeah,
And
you know, this belief, I was just going to say, this belief causes us to actually look for where they're not okay.
Yeah, all
Like,
the time.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. It comes like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now allow yourself to be without this story. That it's your job to make them healthy and content and happy. Totally free of this story. And just notice your presence without it.
Yeah. It's again that sense of no reference to any, so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine the relationship with them without that story.
Yes.
And so it feels free when I'm present here. Then the moment I try to imagine the future, blanco, nothing.
Yeah, so just try on, like a number 6, I'm willing to not know,
Mm.
to not know what this job of mom is. It's like
That brings up a lot of fear.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like today you learned one thing that the job of mom is not, and that's to make them happy, content, and healthy. But it leaves you with not knowing what it is. And now just welcome the fear around not knowing what it is to be a mom, what your role is, what your job is.
I feel very small.
So for you to be, a friend, a loving presence, you need to know what your job is as mom.
Mm.
Is that true?
No.
Just let that know in. I don't need to know what my job is. To be a friend, to be loving. Okay, so let's turn around the original thought. It's your job to make them happy, content, and healthy.
My job to make myself happy, content, and healthy.
And now, could that be the best position to be mom from?
Yes. And it also, so both yes, and it brings me back to this either or. It's either I'm completely in their business and involved and taking care, or I'm completely taking care of myself. I don't know, going somewhere and yeah.
Okay, so imagine being genuinely peaceful, genuinely content and happy, healthy. And around the family.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, and what often what we experience is odd or kind of unsettling is, from this turnaround or without the story, it's like we've cut a tie.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're free. And it can feel like an abandonment.
Right. Yeah.
Before I was tied to them with the story. It's my job, and that gives us a sense that we care and love our family. And boom, without it, my job to get me peaceful, happy, and healthy. And the other turnaround, it's their job to make them peaceful, content, happy, healthy. But just feel that, like, imagine giving them their job back to them. It's their job. find their way
Yeah.
to peace and contentment, happiness, health.
You know, when you say it like that, I understand that as long as I'm holding this as my job, they will keep coming to me with it.
You just create a bunch
Yeah.
of dependent children.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need to prove to your children that you love them. You need to prove that you love them to the children, to the family. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how do you react when you believe you need to prove to them that you love them?
Besides myself all the time, I'm serving them and begging them and performing and pushing. Yeah. And I have an image of myself when I'm not doing it, then I'm just this boring, long meditative face. Yeah.
So now allow yourself to be without this idea that you ever have to prove that you to them that you love them. Totally free of that story. And just long enough to experience your presence without it. That's all.
Free. Yeah. It's like cutting the cords of the puppet. Yeah.
Yep.
And I can breathe.
Okay, I just noticed the time. So thank you for
Thank you very much.
sharing your world with us. Giving us something to explore together. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah. And thank you for this meeting and your time and being with us and for coming to Israel. Yay.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes, thank
So
you,
exciting.
Ariel, for the invitation. And very glad something inside said yes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You couldn't resist us, could you?
No.
Yeah. Lovely.
Okay, dear friends, I need to go. So
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing
Thank
you.
you.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.